The effects of Duncan's car accident are still being felt by the Lewis family in chapter 1675, especially with Mrs. Lewis. She feels intense sorrow and regret for her role in the disaster, which overshadows the satisfaction that Duncan's life is no longer in danger. She thumps her chest, wishing she had been in the collision rather than her son. As she conveys her regret for her acts and their results, her emotional agony is evident. The Lewis family rallies around her, with her daughters in law offering support and reassurance. The doctors guarantee that Duncan will eventually recover is emphasized by older young Master Lewis in an effort to console his mother. With a solemn expression, Mr. Lewis makes the tough choice to ask his children and their spouses to depart temporarily so that Duncan can rest. Mrs. Lewis, who is utterly preoccupied with concern for her son's safety, vehemently refuses to leave his side. Zachary and Josh want to know more about the accident's circumstances, so they go to Mr. Lewis to ask him. Mr. Lewis advises they leave the hospital room for a private conversation since he understands the need for prudence in front of Mrs. Lewis. Liberty, who has been supporting Mrs. Lewis, is also present during this interaction. Mr. Lewis, who is obviously upset, walks Zachary and Josh to the end of the hospital corridor and offers them each a cigarette. Josh does not smoke either, with Zachary taking into account Serenity's aversion to the scent of tobacco. This chapter emphasizes the intense remorse of Mrs. Lewis because she holds herself responsible for her son's accident. Her emotional struggle serves as a stark reminder of the complexity of parental love and the significant influence that family dynamics may have in trying circumstances. It becomes clear that there are underlying tensions and worries within the Lewis family that have not yet been completely explored as Zachary and Josh look for answers regarding the accident. The story implies that Duncan's accident's circumstances may be more complicated than first thought, possibly incorporating choices or deeds that lead to the terrible result. We are left with unanswered doubts about the accident's real cause and its possible effects on Duncan and Liberty's relationship. This chapter also explores the intricate web of family links and the precarious balance between selfish ambitions and familial obligations. The healing process of Duncan and the effects of his injury and his family's dynamics look to be the main subjects of the following chapters.